Hey, thanks for joining the broadcast. This is day 8 of my 21-day sugar detox. I'm going to go ahead and do a little update here. Hey Kelsey, hey Joy, thanks for jumping on. Love the hearts. So we got day 8 going on. 1 week done, 2 weeks left to go. That's not too bad. Oh, we got a Pens fan, I like it. So I'm just gonna go. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna do this a little different. I'm just gonna go ahead and flip this around. So I'm actually looking at the camera a little bit backwards here. Can you guys still see me? Hi, just give me hearts. Cool. All right, so I was using my iPad to try to keep up with it, but it's frozen. Yeah, my connection's not very good either. Maybe my Wi-Fi is going in and out. It's been doing it all day. So, hi everyone, I'm Kate. I'm a nutritional therapy consultant, and everything I have is on kmwellness.com. Lots of blog posts, so go check those out. Today what we're gonna do is we're gonna learn how to make our own almond milk. Which I think you're gonna see is pretty easy, and hopefully you all will start making your own too after seeing how easy it is. Before we do that, I just want to update you on day 8 of my 21-day sugar detox. It's really how I got into these Periscopes, because I wanted to keep everybody up to date in case anybody ever wanted to do the detox so they knew what to expect. So today kind of felt like a normal day. I feel like I'm starting to get into a routine. No headaches, nothing really out of the ordinary. Our AC's broke, so besides a little irritation with that, I think it's been a pretty good day. So what did I have? I had some carrots and green apple and bacon hash this morning, which sounds like a really weird combination. It was actually quite delicious. And then I also sauteed some spinach in the baking grease that I used to make that. And then I had a quick workout, so afterwards I had a smoothie. I had some chicken soup, which I showed on my Periscope yesterday, how to make the chicken soup. Bacon does make everything great. I think I'm way behind on a delay on that one there, Joy. And what else did I have for dinner? I had chicken thighs with broccoli and butternut squash. And so I'm going to be posting that picture probably tonight on my Instagram, just so you can all see that. And I'll probably be posting that recipe soon, because that was another good one. And today I got 3 or 4 people asking me for the mustard thigh recipe that I made last week. So easy and so delicious. So let's see here. It's 6:20. And I'm trying to make it to a PIO class. One of my favorite instructors, she actually does the DVDs. This is her last class teaching at the 24-Hour Fitness. It's kind of close to our house, so I'm trying to get out of here so I can go to that. So let's get into how to make the almond milk. So hopefully you guys can still see everything. I love the hearts. So just keep the hearts coming, because that's the only way I know that you guys are still there. I'm not going to be able to read anything. So what do I have here? Here's an example of what the almond milk is going to look like whenever we're done. So it's just kind of nice and milky. It will separate a little bit in the fridge, so you just kind of twist it around a little bit and it will kind of settle again. So what do? The first thing we do is we take almonds, and you're just going to put it in a glass container with filtered water. So I probably have about 8 ounces of almonds in there, so about a couple almonds, and then I put about 3 cups of water. You can see if I shake it, it's not very clear. This was sitting on my counter for probably about 12 hours or 24 hours. Sorry, I did this yesterday. So this has been sitting there for over 24 hours, so it just kind of pulls away. If you look at the almonds, they're nice and thick, so they get really big. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open it up. And I'm just going to dump out all the water. So I don't want to use that water. Here comes Murphy, who wants to smell what I'm doing here. So I just dumped all of that out. So I have the almonds just kind of sitting down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse those off. We just want to get any of that bad, nasty water off of the almonds. Okay, so that's pretty much step 1. Just dump it out Now what I'm going to do is I use just the NutriBullet since that's what we have down here in Florida. So I'm going to take the almonds and I'm going to put them in our NutriBullet. Thanks for the hearts, I can still see them. I know some of you are not getting great connection. I know my connection's not great right now. So I have the almonds in there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take filtered water. I'm just going to pour it on top. Just because our water is not great down here as far as drinking water, we usually use bottled waters. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. So now I just got the almonds in some clean water, and then here I'll take you over here so you can see it. So we're just going to put it in the NutriBullet, and that quick. So you can kind of see, hopefully you can see there's little chunks kind of floating. So that's just the kind of the almond skin. So awesome. That's pretty much how quick it is. All right, so I'm going to pull you back over here. We're almost done. So at this point, there's a few different options. So at the top, it's going to be pretty frothy, which can kind of get annoying when you're trying to filter it through. So sometimes you can scrape off some of that froth on the top. It doesn't bother me too much. So I just have a little strainer here that I'm going to use. You could also use cheesecloth if you want to use a cheesecloth. I just use another mason jar, and we're just going to filter it through. So if you go a little slower, the froth is not going to be as bad. And then once you start to get down to the skin of the almonds, it's going to go a little bit slower. And I'll show you here what it kind of looks like. So it's going to get a little bit chunky here in the top. Instead of throwing them away, instead of not using that, what I do is I just take a spoon and I'm going to spoon that out into a separate bowl. And I actually use that to make almond flour. So if you ever go to the store and you try to buy almond flour, you'll probably notice it's like the most expensive flour. It's like $12 for like 4 cups. I don't even think you really get 4 cups out of it. Thanks, Joy. I see you giving some directions. I missed the question over there. Sorry about that. I'll be able to look here in a second. So again, it just kind of gets clogged or a little bit drained. So I take my spoon, just empty it out. So what I'm going to do is I would just continue to do that, but just to save some time, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like over here. So what happens is you're going to get kind of just this little mush. It's like the skins of the almonds, a little bit of the meat of the almonds that we got whenever we ground it up. And so what you can do is you can put this in the oven and just dry it out, and you can make an almond flour. So you can put it in the NutriBullet again and get it really fine, and then you have your own almond flour on top of it. So you can have almond milk and you'll have some almond flour. So it's pretty cool. I really like it, so I made a little bit of a mess over here. But again, this is kind of what it's going to look like at the end. It really just looks like milk. And then you got some almond flour, no sweetener. If you wanted to sweeten it, you could put any type of sweetener you wanted. So you can put vanilla with maybe a little bit of honey, put it back on the NutriBullet, and use that in your smoothie. So you can always add a little bit of flavor if you just don't like the unsweetened and then the natural flavor. So do you guys have any questions? I'm going to flip this around one more time so you can see it. Everybody good? I see the hearts. Awesome. So like I said, I would love to stick around and answer some more questions if you guys have any. Yeah, definitely try it, Kelsey. So easy. You know, I'm not sure. Everybody always asks me about calories and things. You know, if I'm just... Yeah, I definitely believe it's cost effective. This is probably going to get me about a carton that I would usually get at the grocery store, and I only use 2 cups of almonds. So if you buy a lot more almonds, then you would, you know, you probably get about 8 cups or so in a bag of almonds. So definitely cost effective, because I know our almond milk down here is about $3 or $4 a carton. Do we have any other questions? Sorry guys, I would flip it on my face, but last time I did that, it like messed up my, it totally messed up my recording. Sure thing, nerd alert. I like the tag there. Oh, Lauren, that's you. Awesome. Definitely have to try it. It's an easy one to add and, you know, definitely a lot healthier. That's one of the things I wanted to add as well. If you're going to buy the store-bought kind, at least buy the silk over the Almond Breeze. Almond Breeze carries the carrageenan in it, which is linked to digestive issues, skin problems, and here, and I'll even show you guys the recipe instead of just staring at that. And so it also could be a carcinogen that's not exactly proven, but linked to cancer. So we definitely want to stay away from the store-bought brands just because of what they actually add to it. I missed the question there, nerd alert. I think it was, what do I use the flour for, possibly? So I actually use the almond flour for a lot of different things. If you eat paleo, I use it like for a chicken tender breading. Instead of using like breadcrumbs or something, you could use the almond flour. I also use it in any type of baking. Instead of using regular flour, I use the almond flour mixed with coconut flour most of the time. So both of those things. Ah, yes, definitely in the smoothies too. All right, guys. Well, it's almost 6:30, and so if I'm going to make it to PIO, I better get on my way. Thank you so much for joining. I definitely like showing you the recipes, especially because it helps you realize how easy they are. They can sound a little bit intimidating, but thank you again for all the hearts. Thank you for everybody that's watching the replay, and I will catch you guys tomorrow with Day 9 update. See ya.